Iran's Supreme Leader has described protesters who've come out in increasing force over recent weeks as terrorists. The Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has vowed that authorities will not back down as the protest movement continues to swell across the country. He says protesters are looking to please US President Donald Trump.
Last night in Tehran and a few other places, people came and did damage to their own buildings, ruining their own streets, in order to make the president of another country happy. Because he said that he would come to their aid, he should pay attention to the state of his own country instead.
Much of Iran has been plunged into a nationwide internet outage for a second day. John Sparks has the latest details on the situation.
Are moving rapidly towards a critical moment in these demonstrations, which we're entering about 13 days, be 14 days tomorrow. They've grown in number and geographical spread very quickly. So far, the authorities have shown themselves absolutely unable to deal with this threat, very increasingly existential threat to their existence. But I think we're moving towards a critical moment, and I think the authorities are showing every likelihood to be heavy-handed. We have heard from the chief of the judiciary today. He is reporting that a dozen or so members of the security forces were killed or have been killed. And there have been calls on state TV for members of the security forces and others who support the regime to go to mosques this evening and be prepared, be ready to confront the protesters. And I think it's important to say that if there is violence, and I think there is every prospect that there will be this evening, that for the most part it will happen in a vacuum because the regime has cut the internet, it's cut the telephone system as well. Yes, there is some access to the internet through Starlink, Elon Musk's system. Some people within the country do have receivers, they're able to send out information, but that's pretty small scale. And I think at this point, I think it's critical that those videos, those messages do get out because at the moment the regime is in a position where it has a monopoly on violence here. The protesters have not used weapons at all. And I think there's a big decision here for the leadership, for the regime, the clerics. Are they prepared to open fire on their own people? I think people are worried about that, particularly this evening.